A guide to web hosting for the beginners. What exactly is web hosting for beginners? What features do you need from a web host? Questions like these often weigh on would-be web publishers just starting out. But we are here to help. After reading this article, you won't know everything there is to know about web hosting. But you will understand enough to get started. To begin with, what is web hosting? A web host is a company that manages the computers that are part of the internet, and web hosting is the rental of disk space on those computers to store the files that make up your website. This means that the data center houses the computer where your files are stored, and the computer will present the web pages of your website to visitors. It should be clear to you that if you want to have a website, you will need web hosting. What are the most important features to look for in a web host? Different web hosting companies offer different feature sets and usually at different prices. The two most important things to look at are the amount of disk space you get and the amount of bandwidth they offer you. The more disk space you have, the bigger your website can be. Some web hosts will even allow you to host more than one website on a single web hosting account, and in this case the amount of disk space will play a big role. Throughput refers to the amount of data transferred to and from your website. You want to make sure you have enough bandwidth to serve your website to all the visitors you expect. Sometimes a web hosting company will offer unlimited bandwidth, but read the fine print carefully as there is usually a catch. Often the terms of service limit the type of data you transfer. For example, you may not be allowed to use audio or video on your website. Other features to look for in a web hosting account include whether the web host is Windows, Unix, or Linux-based, script compatibility, number and type of databases, type of control panel, and number and type of email accounts. The server's operating system will determine what software you can use on your website. The software programs you use on your website are often called scripts. Not all web hosts are compatible with all scripting languages, such as Perl, PHP and others. The scripts you want to use on your website often need a database to manage the script's operation, so you'll need a compatible database. You will usually be able to create one or more email addresses using your own domain name. Before choosing a web hosting company, decide what you want to achieve with your website and choose a company that offers the features and capabilities you need.